taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nice. For a good return on that one before he's brought down. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. Moore will throw. Gets it out fast. At the 45 on his way. Flying out to the left. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air on 1st down. Throwing right. It's gone. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Russell. Plucks it out of the air. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy.
There he goes. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Floating away. Grabbed behind the line. It's Miller. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Lets it fly. Wide out trying to get it in. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. Sneak gets it done.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he added the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He leaves it with his back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. Moore to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they've built this dynasty at Alabama.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
What a great job by this defense. You get third down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, fourth down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Makes the grab on the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's the money down, man. Fourth down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. And he'll be out of bounds, just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now. Alabama pushing the tempo. Turning to the running game here on third and goal. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. It's a bit of an interesting choice. You could break the tie with the field goal, but worst case scenario, you don't convert on fourth down, they're backed up in their own end. And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. Makes the grab. And he'll be stopped short, or maybe he stopped. Self-short.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Moore will throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Hughes. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Ducks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
I understand the fourth down analytics and going for it all the time, but that deep in your own end, you're just gift wrapping an opportunity for the other guy. Trying to get it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Hill. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Moore to the air. Throws for the tight end. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Wants to go up top on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Toss sweep to the right. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Using his legs to buy some time. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quick completion on the out route. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the 1st down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown tie.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Moore will throw. Release to the back. Makes the grab. It's Whittington. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the 1st half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much ground as possible.
And the Ducks want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Looking to get it in. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped.
Sneaks it in.
That's a great job of just trusting your offensive line to get it done, scoring a touchdown. An extra point's going to tie this thing up right before halftime. And after that run, I think they're going to feel more confident running it in the 2nd half.
And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll try it over the left side. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Caught over the middle, it's Williams. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on third down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing, great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Breaks into the open. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Dropping back, it's Simpson. He'll heave it deep. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice third down conversion by the quarterback.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. They'll ride the hot hand. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. After run, now throw. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's got it on the run. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal. To the air, it's Russell. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed on the outside, it's Hughes. They're facing a third down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Moore to the air. Looking down the middle. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
first down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Green.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They're going back to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to ride this running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Moore will throw. He's got him. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll move the wide receiver. DB's right up on the receivers. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Bama! The defense putting points on the board.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference, and that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, pads the lead for his team. We still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Here's a hit. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Timeout called by the offense, 29 seconds left on the clock. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
And, man, this offense was sitting in such good position. I like the play call. I like being aggressive, but if you don't have something open right away, throw that football into the ground. Don't take a sack and now back yourself up and make it harder.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? He wants it all. Looking for the goal line. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
And after getting that completion, they've now set up 4th and goal. This is a play they need to make. It's the 4th quarter. They're down a couple of possessions. You have to come up with a touchdown here. You need to dial up your best play possible.
Moore will throw. Into the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but